Look, a lot of these commercials, like Lexus here, is showing you cracking open the matrix and the ascension of Babylon. And this is their belief. This is the transhumanist agenda of the 2017 Lexus commercial. Contortionist showing here with that red car, like we've shown before, of the red horse of the apocalypse. We've shown it before. This is the male version. There's a male and a female version, like the Baphomet. The male and female merging the opposites. But what are they doing here? They're merging two opposites. They're merging man and they're merging machine together. Two opposites. The L standing for Lucifer. Look at that. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Look at these symbols that they're creating. So the merge, the collide, we are seeing it over and over again. And it is all part of the agenda of Babylon.
You may think I am the future, but you're wrong. You are. If I had a wish, I'd wish to be human. To know how it feels. To feel.
So in these three ways, we're seeing the emergence of this agenda that is leading towards the mark of the beast. And that is the merge of man and woman, transgenderism. The merge of man and machine, transhumanism. And the merge of man and beast. Which is what I'm going to show you briefly today, this propaganda of merging man and beast. I mean, we've seen it in the theory of evolution, and we've seen it through different commercials through the years. Remember those Adidas commercials, Predator, and many different ways that this has been shown and put into people's minds to normalise it. So let's take a quick look at this new car commercial that came out, which is showing the hybrid Nephilim creatures coming from a different dimension.
The Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, the UK's best-selling plug-in hybrid. In a world of hybrids, some follow, others lead.
Okay, I think you'll agree with me that even for the general public who have no idea of the propaganda that's being pushed, this car commercial really makes little sense. So this character is that familiar Nimrod hunter, the wild hunt in the woods. So already that makes more sense with the context of what this is showing. It's not just a car commercial. This is Nimrod in the smoke. His left eye symbolism, the darkened right eye, just as the worthless shepherd in the book of Zechariah. So the left eye symbolism coming through the woods. So this is beyond the veil, the other side of the firmament. Everything's upside down. Woe to those that switch darkness for light and light for darkness, that turn everything upside down. This shot very quickly appears and it is upside down. So this is the underworld. This is the upside down world And you know how they always turn everything upside down in witchcraft, in the occult, and that's the same thing. So I think this is actually a subtle reference to the mountain, which we're going to touch more on in the next month or so, with the arch that's coming near the Alps. Because he is the archer, he is the wild hunter, the son of perdition, a man of sin, the Antichrist. And we have a lot of cross-references here between horses and the car itself, just like this is somehow a reference to the white horse of the apocalypse, perhaps, because remember, the car is the modern man's horse. So this could very well be representing that white horse of the apocalypse. I'm not exactly sure, but we know that this is a dimensional thing because we are in the dry places, the barren womb. You see that? This is all very biblical. In fact, you can see this when you search the barren land and the sun-scorched land in the Bible. The dry places, they are mentioned many different times in very interesting context. You know, in Matthew, Jesus said, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Proverbs, the grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, it is enough. The book of Psalms tells us that the rebellious dwell in a dry land. So you see that this is the dry land in which the rebellious dwell on the other side of the veil, so this is not in our realm. And you see all of these creatures appearing. I think she's actually representing Medusa, which is one of, a false god. It's a spiritual land, a spiritual realm, and you can see even the way that these sticks have been arranged into this oculus portal type thing, gate. I mean, why are these sticks arranged in this manner for literally a 1 second shot in a car commercial? You know, any skeptics out there, it doesn't make sense why they're doing this other than witchcraft and this whole Luciferian agenda. So this Medusa, and they see, look, you see the way they cross over between the car transition to the snake. So it's almost like that hunt of time, that Gnostic story about cracking through time, which is all the same thing, you know, cracking through the veil of time and space. I mean, it just crosses over and the big storm starts coming and we see the bull. I mean, this is completely just creepy to me. Look at that. You see the quick gate, Stargate, oculus, portal, aperture, you know, this symbolism which is all in reference to cracking through the veil of time and space to come into our reality from the other side, the dry places, and the perfect storm. So these creatures are hybrids. Look, that's half man, half beast. That's a merge. That's the hybridization of man and beast. This is an abomination, just like the Baphomet, which is a merge, a crossover, a transition between man and beast. Absolutely pagan, absolutely antichrist, and the Bible has exposed these things many thousands of years, and there is nothing new under the sun. Her cities have become an object of horror. A parched land and a desert, a land in which no man lives, and through which no son of man passes. This is horror. Isaiah 13, look at this. A judgment against Babylon. Lift up a standard on the mountain of the plain, exalt the voice to them, beckon with the hand, open the gates, ye rulers. I give command, I bring them. Giants are coming to fulfill my wrath, rejoicing at the same time and insulting. These things are coming because of sin in the world that is rampant, and God brings the judgment upon a rebellious world. You know, nothing of this is outside of God's control. And look at this. But wild beasts shall rest there, and the houses shall be filled with howling, and monsters shall rest there, and devils shall dance there, and satyrs shall dwell there, and hedgehogs shall make their nests in their houses. It will come soon, and will not tarry. Do you think this has got anything to do with this, as in the days of Noah, these hybrids of man and beast, abominations, genetic tampering, and all of that? Do you think this may be the signs that we're seeing projected to us, the prophetic truth of the times that we're living in, that these are being projected in people's houses? So here we go, we've got that symbolism of the water in the barren land. Remember, the enemy copies and counterfeits all the time a mirror of God's truth. Psalm 107, he turneth the wilderness into a standing water, and dry ground into water springs. The hybrids, the other side of the veil, the dimensional, Nimrod, the Antichrist, the horses of the apocalypse. And you see the horse's hoof stamp the ground there, which is also ties into their mythology of Pegasus, this horse with wings, Pegasus, who stamped his hoof on the ground according to the myth, and water came up from the ground. So this is tying in their mythology, which is again just all these stories that are dressed up. The real source of truth is the prophecy of the Bible and the last days and the judgment against Babylon and how this world will be judged. So leading towards the mark of the beast, which I must stress, those 3 points of the mark of the beast, of the merging of male, female, man and robot, man and beast, this hybridization, all of these things you can see pushed over and over again.
Others lead.
In a world of hybrids, some follow and others lead. That is exactly the same as hunt or be hunted, which was being pushed in the Jägermeister, along with the mark of the beast again. Hunt or be hunted. In a world of hybrids, some follow and others lead. Just like the days of Noah, the abominations that are coming upon this world, the genetic tampering. The Bible says that they will follow after fables. This is exactly what is happening. Fables, the illusion, the lie, that all that chose unrighteousness may be condemned. All of this is a decoy. The devil is like a wind-up toy which is predictable, and many will follow the Pied Piper straight into destruction. Let's follow Jesus Christ today, because he has paid the price for our sin. Pursue his righteousness, his commands. We do not need to follow this illusion and this deception to destruction, because the price has been paid. The enemy wants to lead your soul to hell. Jesus is the King of love. We do not need this illusion. He loves you. The ways of the world are death. This is death. Follow him to the kingdom of life. God bless you.